What's going on, paisanos? V here. Before we get into, I want to say thank you to my newest Patreon, David Thomas. David, hit me up on Discord or hit me up on Patreon for your new Discord role. Also, a lot of these picks, guys, were given to me from the guys that watched my live stream last night. Thank you to all you guys. I really appreciate it. If you guys want to be in when I do my live streams, please make sure to hit the notification bell below. And since you're already down there, hit subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Comment hashtag QVB. I can answer your question at the end of my next market watch. Now, for looking into the market right off the gate, we're going to cover two of the main sets, and then we're going to go into a bunch of great cards. First one up is Savage Strike. The price of Fantastical Dragon Phantasmate is now a flat $100, as we can see right here. After that one's gone, it does hit like 105, which is around the same price of its market price. This card's needed, unfortunately. And the weird thing about this card is we saw it see play throughout the weekend. Look at deck lists online, since you're already on YouTube. Look at other deck lists. Everyone's running this card. And even though I think this is a phenomenal card and definitely a well-needed card, it's still super expensive. Unless you really need that regional invite or you're looking for getting ready for that next YCS, I don't recommend you buy this card whatsoever. It's very overpriced, and it's just not needed at the moment. I mean, yeah, it's needed if you want to get your invite, I guess, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are still topping without it. It just, this card makes it a lot more easier to do so, and the price point definitely aligns with that. Next, Pot of Extravagance, barely holding on to $50. Market price has this card roughly around $50, down from its $51 market price. Of course, these are all limited editions. First editions might be a little bit more, but not too high, to be honest. Borderlord Savage Dragon is almost $15, finally going down. Borderlord Savage Dragon was holding a price point of around $25. Market price has this card about $18. We see it over here at $16. The card is dropping, going to be hitting $15 soon. Another great card, guys, but unless you're playing a deck that can really utilize tuners, you're not going to be able to play this, and that's why the card dropped. It dropped almost $10 from its release, and it's going to continue to drop. Up next, Psychic Wheeler, losing value as well. Market price has a card almost near $10. Market price is around $10, but I mean, it's just barely holding on to that as well. And I think Psychic Wheeler is still a good card. I'm still holding on my play set. I definitely should have sold it when it was $25. I'll be honest with you guys. But I did get it when it was $14, and I think Psychic Wheeler has a lot of potential in the forward future. I think it's still a phenomenal card. Looking at Burning Abyss, it can utilize it, and I'd say Burning Abyss cannot utilize it. Let's just throw that out there for a quick second. The card is still good. We know this. The card's going to be viable in future decks. This is almost a given. Now, whether or not Psychic Wheeler will get a reprint, I think it's going to get a reprint. I think it'll get a Secret Rare reprint, but nevertheless, it's still a good card, and the possibility of it being viable with Burning Abyss is still there. Up next, Witch's Strike, definitely under $10. Market price has Witch's Strike around $750. Market has it roughly around $750 as well. It's equal to around that price point, but to be honest with you, it's still really low. And if you don't own your Witch's Strike yet, I highly advise you go in and get these cards. It's just a great card in the wrong meta. That's the way to think about it when you look at Witch's Strike. It's a good card, it's just not in the right meta. Looking at Trickster Koi Brain, it's always $6. Salamander Sunlight Wolf should still not be $5. It's going a little bit higher. What's happening with this card? I don't understand Salamander Sunlight Wolf at all, honestly. Market price has this card roughly around $570, and it's around $584 on the market. This card should have dropped to like $1, and it still hasn't. Just goes to show you the ratio of Trickster Sunlight Wolf. World Legacy Guard Dragons around $4. It's not a bad buy. Maybe Guard Dragons can be viable up in Nationals, but the only reason we can see Guard Dragons being viable if we get Crystal Needle Fiber. If Crystal Needle Fiber comes out, everyone's gonna be excited about it, everyone's gonna run to that. But if you're smart, you run the World Legacy Guard Dragon just to get ready in case you want to play Guard Dragons at Nationals. That is, if we get Crystal Needle Fiber, then this card will be viable. Looking at other cards, we got Cyber's Quantum Dragons, about $4. All these cards, for the most part, are the usual suspects. Fusion of Fire is about $1. It's been hovering around that price for a while. TG Trident Launcher is under $1. It's a great secret rare, and yeah, I don't know, I just like this card a lot. It's 88 cents. Wow. Up next, guys, looking at Soul Fusion. Dangerous Tsuchinoko is about $45, down from its $50 market price, and not because the Danger Engine is gonna get hit. Of the fear of it getting hit. I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Players playing Dangers realize they have a really expensive core, and they could take that same Danger deck variant, Danger's Thunder Dragons or Danger Orcus, whatever it is, and turn around and play Salamangreats, sell their Danger core, so now they don't have to worry about reprints, or getting hit, or any of the things happening, like it being hit on a ban list, or, you know, or the reprint version, and just moving forward and playing Salamangreats, which is more, for the most part, a safer bet. Being the fact that it's relatively new, is a good chance it's not going to get hit in the ban list. Also, we have Thunder Dragon Colossus. I already showed you guys this card a couple days ago, but it's still $45, and it's barely holding on to that. Thunder Dragon Colossus is going down in value, and the reason is simple. When Salamangreats migrates, a structure deck is beating up everything, and you see Strikers still beating up everything. Thunder Dragons kind of fall short a little bit. Even though they're still a good deck, it's just no one's going to want to hold 3 Thunder Dragon Colossus when structure decks is running the meta. It's not going to happen. Next, Trap Trick. This card went as high as we can see in the market price around 33. I sold around 35 in certain other places. Trap Trick is now about $31, and it's going to continue to go low. Even though it's a great card, decks that Yu-Gi-Oh players that want it have it. Yu-Gi-Oh players that have it don't need it, and they're going to be selling it. You know what I'm saying? Like, those who want it in their deck are going to be using it for the meta. But a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players with Trap Trick are just going to unload it. It's $30-something. It's going low in value. They're getting rid of it, and that's why we're seeing the price drop. Chaos Dragon Levineer is still $14, not changing at all. Then we got Orchestrated Return, that's hitting a new price of $9. Card was hovering around 8. Now it's moving up towards 9. We got Thunder Dragon Dark and Thunder Dragon Raw, both cards going lower in value. It just is what it is as far as these cards. Looking at that Dual Power. For you guys who don't know, the release date of Dual Power has been moved. Okay, originally scheduled for Dual Power to ship after around 4 or 5. Okay. January, February, March, April 5th. Dual Power is actually going to be shipping to stores and will be available on the 2nd, which is Tuesday, which is really weird, to be honest with you. Normally, Konami doesn't do it like this. They usually ship everything out on a Friday for new products. This always has happened, and now we're getting a new product, Dual Power, coming out on the 2nd, on a Tuesday. Yeah, it's awkward. Another thing I want to mention to you guys, if you guys have not, I would pre-order Dual Power. There's a good chance this could be selling out. As of now, I know for a fact Konami has inventory of Dual Power, but as far as my distributors, they don't have any. Unless, you know, you're one of those guys that just buy nothing but Yu-Gi-Oh product for them in bulk, and then they might have for you. But for an average store, they're not going to have any. So subsidiary distributors, Walmart, they might have it. So what does that mean if Walmart and Target have it? Well, that kind of checks the store. And then a little bit, even though I hate subsidiary distributors, it is good. Because we're going to have stores trying to sell Dual Power, like on TCG Player here, for almost $40. This is insane, guys. Don't pay these prices. Walmart's, Targets, GameStops, they will have it at $30. Your card shop should be selling this to you at $30. Now, as far as how much a case goes, well, it's up to you guys, up to your card shop. I heard prices as low as $260, prices as high as $360, plus tax. Insanity for Dual Power. All I gotta say, guys, is it's definitely looking to be a really good set. It has a lot of great reprints, and hopefully you guys can get your hands on some. If you go to your locals and they're charging $30, get a pre-order on that Dual Power. Go, hey man, listen, I want to pre-order Dual Power. Boom, put that money down. And if they have any Lost Arts promos, guess what? You get one now because Dual Power. See how that works out? See how well that works? $30, you got a box over great reprint set, and then you get a Lost Arts promo on top of it. Good value. Next, Mythical Beast Shaco King. Card is going down in value. Market price of this card is roughly around $22. Looking at Mythical Beast Shaco King, it's $12. First edition, you ask? $15 and falling. Now listen, I'm glad everyone's getting a super rare Mythical Beast Shaco King. Seriously, I am glad you are getting that. I'm going to keep the Ultra Rare, I'm a rarity whore, but I'm glad that the price point is a lot easier for a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players to access this card. And making Pendulums a meta deck, we're pretty sure it's a meta deck, go lower in value so Yu-Gi-Oh players can now play this deck a lot easier. I hope a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players grab their Jackal Kings. I know everyone's looking forward to playing this card and maybe using the Spellcaster Structure deck, you know, and working with it. I don't know how well that's going to work. If you are doing that, there's another Mythical Beast. Where is it? Where's Garuda? There's Mythical Beast Garuda that you might want to consider picking up. It's coming Extreme Force. It was a $1 card. Market price now has this card roughly around $4, which we were seeing it at in the market. Just give you a heads up. Next, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss is getting reprinted in Dual Power. That sounds good to say. Market price has this card roughly around $32. We're seeing it actually around $26. The thing about this card is, I've been saying it forever, you need to get rid of this card back when it was a $50 card. Because even though this is a good card, we saw a lot of players that played decks that utilize this card just play like, it's either Crystal Wing or Clear Wing. I always forget. Is it going to be right here? No, damn it. It's like Crystal Wing, Clear Wing Dragon, the level 8 one. They just utilize to play that one instead. Next, guys, Cypherm Gear Gamma is going up in value. Now, the Super has always been $4. You can look at the market price, look at the Super Rare version, it's always been around $4. Look at Cypherm Gear Gamma from High Speed Riders. I don't know about you guys, but when the reprint came out and Gamma was like 4s to 5s roughly for the Super Rare, I got my Super Rares, I went online, saw that these were around 4 to 5s, and I just sold my Super Rares and I bought the same exact higher rarity version, maybe paid extra $1 or $2 via it with shipping or whatever it costs, you know, whatever kind of cost that is. But yeah, that's what I did. And now looking at Cyframe Gear Gamba, the market price has this card roughly around $11. Well, it's listed about $14. It's just getting bought out all over the place. Up next, Drone Lockbird. This card is obviously going higher and higher in value. Ultimate Rare Drone Lockbird from OTS Pack 8. Market price has this card roughly around $61. Looking at it, my friends, well, you got one over here for $65. Then after that, they're around 70s for these two over here. This guy has 5 of them, 5 wall at 70. Then they're at 75s, 10 and 85s. And these aren't big walls. There's one wall of 5 having this card at the $70 price point. And after that, you got the 2 play sets. And the next wall is 4 when it costs us about $130 for Drone Lockbird. And it's simple to see. This is a great card. This is card at OTS Pack 8. We are now, so we're OTS Pack 8. We had OTS Pack 9. We went back to, oh my god, we went back to OTS Pack 5. And now OTS Pack 8 just, you know, is a lot more harder to get. Looking at Drone Lockbird, all the versions of it, it's all pretty high all over the place. But nothing too out of sync. I mean, the rares are up $3. The market price is $15. They're about 18s. The ultra rares are 20s, which is a little bit down from a $23 market price. The OTS Pack Supers are 27s, and it's $22.50. But the ultimate rares are the harder to get one. And as we move forward, as we continue, if there's nothing Konami's doing to kill hand traps, OTS Ultimate Rare Drone Lockbird will go higher in value. It's going to do a little bit of a switch, in my opinion, with Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, whose ultimate rare is going down in value. Now, the price point, to be fair, of Ghost Ogre has always been $71. It's never not been $71 up until recently when it got bought out. Market price has Ghost Ogre ultis at $80, and we're seeing over here roughly around $75. After that one's gone, it does hover around $80, but it's still not that high in value for ulti Ghost Ogre. It's just going back down in value because more Yu-Gi-Oh! Players have access to this card. And I guarantee you, as weeks go on, up until we get middle of next month, OTS Pack 10, it's going to continue to be like that. Looking at other versions, it's not changed at all. The other versions of OT Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit have not changed their values. They stood around the market price. Next, Strikers. This deck is a deck that literally is so under the radar, it's now meta again. That's how it worked. Danger variants topped, all kinds of weird decks topped, and then we went back around to Strikers, because everyone was focusing on stopping Ultigeist, and the meta Ultigeist players and Guru Control players in that respect went away or stopped playing as much in the meta. We're seeing Strikers come out of nowhere, and they're like, oh, I don't have to worry about Guru Control and Ultigeist? Okay, Strikers become meta. And then we're going to see, we might possibly see Ultigeist come back. Now, before you go, V, come on, stop hyping your deck. Listen, I love my Ultigeist deck, and right now I'm actually playing Prank Kids because it's fun as hell. But Ultigeist can get new support in the new set, and that could be the thing that they need to push them over to being a meta deck yet again. Don't count Ultigeist out. Don't think they're dead. They're gonna get new support, and if they don't get hit by a ban list, if they're not checked by that ban list, which they definitely need to be hit by a ban list, they're gonna be a very good deck. Anyway, look at Sky Striker Mobilizing Gauge. Market price is actually around $43, $44. Widow Anchors is back up again to about $30, $31. These cards just going back up to their normal price point. Even though we just got news of this weekend that Sky Striker Mobilizing Gauge is getting a reprint. It's still high in value because Yu-Gi-Oh! Players still need it. Now, as far as looking at the Ultimate Rare, it's Ulti Kagari, which is $27, $28 in the market price. It's roughly around that same price point. Looking at Ulti Shizuku, $24 market price, and we're seeing it roughly around $22, still going down a little bit. These are just hover prices for cards that everyone has already, and everyone pulled the crap out of OTS 8 and 9 to get these cards. Moving forward, if you want to pay almost $1,000, you too can have an Elemental Hero Bubble Man from the Mattel Action Figures promo Series 3. Yeah, no, that's a real thing. Bubble Man is about $1,000. You got Elemental Hero Sparkman, $200. Chthonian Soldier? Oh, come on. I'll hook you with a discount. $90. And then the rest of them are mostly sold out besides Flame Wingman, which is around $380. By the way, can we just look at the market prices? The market price is like $9 for a card that's now $380. Zero prices, but there's one over. Okay. And then looking at the other ones, price points are unavailable. Anything on page 2? Yeah, no, old promos are money, so keep an eye out for those. And by the way, if you want to know the rarity of the Bubble Man and the rest of the promos, parallel rare, all across the way. So keep an eye out for those cards. They literally, if they're in a dollar binder, congratulations, you found $1,000 card in a dollar binder. Next, Cyber Summon Blaster. Ultimate Rare, market price is around 26 cents. Unlimited $1.50 for this card, okay? So you see it over here, $1.50, $1.60. It's under $2 for our unlimited version of this Ultimate Rare card. First edition? Well, the first edition version is going to run you about $17. After those 4 are gone, it's only a smooth $20 for Cyber Summon Blaster. Once again, keep an eye out for this card. Up next, guys, Duel with the Painted Snow. A card which price point is roughly around $9 and is actually almost bought out on the market. It's about $10. And the thing about this card is I don't understand why this card went up in value. I really don't. I don't understand why Yu-Gi-Oh players are opting to look at Spirit Warriors, Spirit Warriors, and grab Duel with the Painted Snow. When we know for a fact Magical Musketeers are going to be getting new support. We know this already. Caspar, $10. Starfire, she's around $7 to $8. We know these are gonna get support, but yet instead of like buying out, and the thing about Spirit Warriors is, what was it? Last Stand got bought out a couple of weeks ago, and now it's back down to $2. Obviously, we're seeing Duel with the Painted Snow hit about $9 to $10. It's not worth it. It's gonna go back down in value. The real cards are Caspar and Starfire. Up next, Cyber Skull Dread, tanking in value. Extreme Force version of this card market price is about $33. We're actually seeing it at $21. 2018 Megaton version, it's stabilizing around $20. Saryuja used to be a $30 card, Megaton or original set, at peak prices around $40, and now they're about $20s for Saryujas. Next, guys, Arcanine Magician. Everyone freaked out about this card. Everyone went in this card. Everyone talked about getting this card. Everyone said you need to pick up these tokens, spellcasters. They go hand in hand. And the market price is roughly around $2 for a card that is not on page 1. That is about $4, $5 max, so you can see over here. And the thing about Arcanine Magician, it's getting a reprint in the same exact rarity, come out this Friday. Infinity Chasers, and I want to say Infinity Chasers. Anyway, Infinity Chasers, yeah. So Arcanine Magician, getting a reprint in the same exact rarity, updated card text. Listen, the old one's cool to have, I get it, but reprint updated card text, I don't know. It's kind of hard to decide because updated card text doesn't make it easier to read. It's kind of good. Next, Super War Lion. So the Premium Pack 2 version is like 10 cents. So it's a quarter. The Premium Pack 2 Secret version of Super War Lion bought out. You choose the price. In case you want to look in your dollar binders, and you might have one of these. You literally just list it and you choose a price. Worm, a 5D's Tag Force promo card, $18, and that's what we're seeing on the market price. $18 to $19 for a promo. Yeah, no, I don't understand why. This card destroys and the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck to the graveyard. That's all it does. It's a fire monster, level 3. Okay, terrific. Next, Red Nova, a card that came out on Dragons and Legends Unleashed. Market price has this card roughly around $2, and actually it's around 3s, and it quickly hits around $5 to $6 for Red Nova. It's a really nice looking card, so that's all I have about it. I don't really know why I want to put value, I really don't, but I do know it's a pretty nice looking card. You might want to go and consider picking some of these up if you have. You might even have some of these, and pick it up to sell them, I should really say. And if you have some of these, get rid of them. Next, Magician of Faith. Now here's where it gets weird. Magician of Fate Champion Pack 2 has been now bought out. It's now beyond Metamorphosis prices for my GOAT players. Okay? Champion Pack 2 Super Rare Magician of Faith is about $405. Right? $405. That's the price listing of Super Rare Magician of Faith. Now, the weird thing about this is super rare. Okay? The Ultra from Duelist Saga is $2. Now, to the person who did this buyout, or individuals with an S, I don't know if you know about Duelist Saga. Ultra Rare is a high rarity, super rare, and you're gonna want to look into Magician of Faith. There's not many wars here. The page bombs out at the end of the page around like $6. This, which you should have did as well, super rare. I feel like if you have enough money to buy super rare Magician of Faith to make the price point hit about $405, you have enough to go in to sell one of your Magician of Faith and go in and buy the Duelist Saga ones. Like, that's what I would consider doing if I was doing this buyout. Would I do this buyout? No, I don't think it's the right buyout. And the reason why is because just like Arcanine Magician, Magician of Faith, super rare. Well, what if it gets reprinted and super rare again? Not many people are going to be wanting a Champion Pack 2 if it has been reprinted in the same exact rarity. And that's what I think it's going to happen. Next, guys, Alley Justice Catastar. Now, obviously, the DT version, which is a little bit down from its market price is $54. It's about $45s. I mean, after that, it goes back to $54 for a Dual Terminal Preview Catastar. Now, before I talk about Ultimate Rare, Dual Terminal Preview is about $54, okay? Dual Terminal 1 is $2. Preview, $54. DT1, 2. So, I don't know, sure if you don't know, if you want to get in on this or not. I don't know why Katasa has such a high price point, but I do know you can get a DT2 version for $2. It won't show that P. See that little P? It won't have that, but it's the same exact thing. Looking at Alloy Justice Catastrophe Ultimate Rare, market price has a card roughly around $18, and it's not that. Besides the Spanish one and the PSA 10 one, which is $200, Ultimate Rare Alloy Justice Catastrophe is about $40. After that one, it's $45, and then that's it. I don't know why Catastrophe is going up high in value, but it's up to you guys. Once again, I definitely don't say buy the DT preview ones. Don't buy those. Those are collector's cards. Do not get those. That's a waste. Sell them if you have it. I would rather get the Ultimate Rare Alloy Justice Catastrophe, or you pay $2 and get this version from DT1 Preview, which is a really good version. Up next, Finish Chain Ultimate Rare came on Astro Pack 8. I've been wanting to get this card forever. Market price was always around $6 for this card. We're seeing a new market price around $11, and it's $30. $30 for Ultimate Rare Finish Chain. I don't know. I personally wanted this because I just wanted it for my collection, just because I want to have this card because I've been needed for like a fun deck. And now it's $30. I don't understand why it went up so high in value, but goddamn, Finish Chain, chill, bro. Ultimate Rare Finish Chain came out Astro Pack 8. You might know Astro Pack 8. Oh no, you might know Astro Pack 8 because that was the same Astro Pack that we had traditional Ultimate Rare come out in, which is also going higher in value. MST, which was forever around $20, and now it's roughly around $33 to $34. Looking at traditional, by the way, which is way higher than its original value, this is still not the most expensive version. Trishula is about $60 over here for Astro Pack 8, higher than the $44 market price. But looking at all versions of Trishula, Dual Terminal 4 Trishulas are $124, higher than the $70 market price. And to be 100% honest with you, coming from a guy who loves both ultis and dual terminal cards, DT4 Trishula is the best version. Sorry, ulti Trishula holders, you're just not ready. It's weird because in other ulti versus ultimates, I like other cards, but as far as this version, I just like how the background looks in the DT4 Trishula, the cool blue background. And if you have a dual terminal one, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It looks really nice. Moving forward, guys, Magical Citadel of Endymion is on the card you might want to pick up. It came out in Dark Saviors with all the strikers, so everyone threw this away, so you might have tons of these available, which is really good if you're looking to play that Spellcaster structure deck. The field spell, each time a spell is activated, place a spell counter on this card when that spell resolves. Now, obviously, there's a lot of other effects, but the minute I heard spell counters, it kind of coincides with the spell counter structure deck, which is, once again, something you might want to pick up. Market price of this card's under $1, and it is. It's all over the place. It's under $1. As far as first edition versions, it's $2. But once again, guys, I guarantee you'll be able to find this at your local's dollar binder. Just grab a place and throw it to the side. No big deal. This might be a good card. Next, Ignis Promise, the Blasting Draco Slayer Ultimate Rare. Market price of this card's around $6, and Ultimate Rares are 9s. Unlimited Ultimate Rares are 9s. First editions are $20. Yesterday, I was doing a live stream, and we saw one of these at like 7. I looked at it, I blinked, and it was sold out. I don't know why this card's such a high price point, to be honest with you. It's only used in Pendulum Editions, and to be even more honest with you, a little more honest, not all Pendulum Magicians play Ignis to Promise, the Blasting Draco Slayer. So I don't know, maybe it's because is the new Pendulums coming out in the Spellcaster structure deck? Everyone's getting really excited for that, and I have zero idea. But if you're going this way, I mean, technically, if you are going that route, and not Infinite, oh my god, not that crap, you might want to consider picking one of these up. You know, maybe Konami allows us to play more of these on the ban list, Dragon Spellcaster. See what I'm going with right here? That'd be kind of cool as well, to play a Luster Pendulum and Draco Slayer, if they allow us to play more of these. The card prices of this card's it's 87 cents first edition. It's dirt cheap. Up next, guys, Performa Pal, the Pendulum Sorcerer. Now, the weird thing about this card before I talk about its price point is it only has 2 printings. Secret Rare and Breakers of Shadows, Bosch, and a 2016 Megaton. That's 3 years, and as time goes on, even these get harder to find. Looking at Performa Pal Pendulum Sorcerer, my P's are horrible today. This card was around $100, $150 when it first came out. Market price of this card? Unlimited is $1.25. Hey, you want a first edition? No big deal. It's actually $2.50 for a Secret Rare Performa Pal Pendulum Sorcerer. Got it. I don't know why Yu-Gi-Oh players are not looking at this card. I understand that there's not many Performa Pals. You got some of them hitting the bans. I get that. but there's always a chance of this card coming back into the meta. And with 2 printings, and the newest one being almost 3 years old, it's no reason why you should not be buying the secret version of this card. I personally have 3 of these cards. They're really nice. I think they have great potential for the future. And since Konami's not reprinting this card anytime soon that we can see, it's a great buy. Next, guys, Action Net. This is a common. It's a field spell. All it says is if a monsters is special summon from the X deck, the opponent of that player that conducted the special summon can apply this effect. Draw a card. That's it. Very simple. Card price is relatively cheap. It's not. I'm not sure if it was short printed. Came out in Secrets of Eternity. Pretty good card, especially if you're playing against like everything in the meta nowadays. Against Salamangers, against Sky Strikers, against those decks that try to mess you up real quickly. What's it called? That play that super card to negate your fear. Every deck in the meta, basically. This card's pretty good for. Next, Ghost Spell Haunted Mansion. Now, I've been going crazy about this card ever since it came out. The minute it came out, I was like, it's not good enough. I'm sorry. It's just not, that's what it is. It's not good enough. Market price of this card is roughly around $45. Well, the card's actual price point is $35. Now, if you want a first edition, that hits in there $40, but that's nowhere near its $45 market price. And the reason why this card's going so low is because we're getting an Ultra Red reprint coming out in dual power. But besides that, this card is falling out of favor. Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are opting to play in other cards. Now, look at the card. Its effects are just not as good as DD Crow, for the most part. Add a card from the graveyard to the hand, deck, or extra deck. Well, if you were talking about graveyard, DD Crow just banishes the card. So instead of just negating that card that you activate, DD Crow's like, what, that card? Alright, banish it. Your card fizzles. Remember Fizzle? Up next, special summon from the graveyard. Once again, DD Crow goes, what are you special summoning? That guy? Banish him. Not negate the effect, so in case you have another card, banish him, get him out of my life. Fun times. Card fizzles. And then banish a card from the graveyard. Now, this is something DD Crow can't do. DD Crow only pushes forward and banishes. DD Crow doesn't stop the cards that banish. Technically speaking, this card can stop DD Crow, right? Am I right or wrong? Anyway, it's just not good enough because not many decks are caring about banishing cards in the graveyard for the most of opponents' graveyards for the most part. Graveyards in general, to be honest. I just feel like Ghost Spell Haunted Mansion is a weaker version of DD Crow in our current meta. Is this card good? Absolutely. Can it be good in the future? You damn right it can be. But is it good now? No, and that's why we're seeing DD Crow see play over Ghost Spell Haunted Mansion. If you have this card, sell it. Wait till the dual power release. The card will go down in value, and then boom, you go back in and you buy a playset. That's what I'm considering. That's what I'm doing. I'm buying my playset of this card. Just not now. Its price is insane. Up next, Tornado Dragon. Came out in Battle's Legends Relentless Revenge. Well, no, came out in Maximum Crisis. But the Battle's Legends Relentless Revenge versions are about $4. But looking at the original print Tornado Dragon, which came out in Maximum Crisis, market price has this card roughly around $4. And we're seeing it actually go a little bit higher. You got 4 over here. First edition around almost near $4.50. It's kind of almost, it's a lot. There was tons of walls the other day when I was looking at Tornado Dragon. Because I have a first edition original print one. And now we're seeing a wall over here at around the $6 price point, a 12 wall. And after that, they're all gone. Yeah, most walls have been broken, so I'm not sure if Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are opting to go back in and grab Tornado Dragon, but it's definitely a good card, and a card I highly recommend you should have grabbed for a long time ago, because it's definitely a card that will still see play as long as Xseeds are relevant. It's just a good card, and if you guys don't have one, you might want to get one, as soon as possible, so you're not paying $6 for a Tornado Dragon. Rather pay like 3 or 4s. Anyway, guys. Comment question of the day. Joseph Star Sign Cancer says, hello V, as a car shop owner, I imagine you have access to a lot of cards that you would want for yourself. How do you balance having cards for your personal collection with cards you want and sell? Thank you for your insightful comment. Oh, I'm like stuttering today. Okay, well, the answer is simple. There's the shop cards and there's my cards. I don't interfere in my cards with the shop. If I don't want some cards and they're valuable, I'll sell them in the shop. But for the most part, if it's my cards, it's not for sale, not for looks, not for anything. I actually have my own personal binder that I don't show off in the shop. And the reason why, because it's my binder. It's not the shop's binder. It's mine. It belongs to me. And you guys differentiate those two. Now, once again, like I said earlier, if you want to take a card that looks good and you want to sell it, well, go ahead, do that. If you have a $40 card in your personal binder, and you're like, I don't need it at all, throw it to the shop and let the shop sell it. The shop makes profit. Everyone's happy. But for the most part, if I buy something for the shop, it's for the shop. Now, there are very specific times where those kind of get a little blurry. I'll give you a great example. Pot of Extravagance. You get a card like Pot of Extravagance, and I need a third one, and the shop buys one, I'm using it. But let's not get mistaken. When I sell it for the shop. So I'm buying it for the shop. It's really, unless it's something like, and I bought for myself personally in the shop, but it's like super rare times. Someone walks in with a Blackwing stuff and stuff I don't have Blackwing wise, and I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh collector for like my deck cores. I'll personally offer them a decent price point for that Blackwing stuff. I'm not gonna buy it as a shop at that point. At that point, I'm buying it as a Yu-Gi-Oh player, and I'll go, this card's $40, man. I'll give you like 30, you know. And normally, most of the time, guys that are coming in to sell Blackwings had no idea that I personally wanted, so they're getting more money just cause. And I'll do that all the time, actually, when it comes down to those specific situations, which are very rare. I have done it, but it's super rare. Majority of the time I buy cards is always for the shop. I don't really like to, you know, buy cards and go, that's for me, buy cards, that's for me. The shop loses money, that's not good. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you asking your comment question. Joseph star sign Cancer. Guys, if you have a comment question, please make sure to comment it down below. Hashtag QVV like my buddy Joseph did here. And if you guys want to check out the links below, you want to be a Patreon, join the Discord. You can join the Discord. If you are a Patreon, you get Discord roles. We got a lot of great links below, guys. Check it out. And I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Since you're already down there, comment anyway. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and notification bell. It's your boy V, and you paisanos, have a great day.